Well, let's move on to another issue that's, of course, been playing out in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has refused to pass orders today on the West Bengal government's claim of massive exclusions in the S.I.R that has been on in the state of West Bengal. The Supreme Court has said that this is a contentious adjudicatory issue. The Chief Justice has asked the state government to make use of the Judges' Appellate Tribunal mechanism that's already been set up, with the Election Commission informing the court that 19 tribunals have been constituted to hear appeals arising from the S.I.R process. Let me go across to my colleague Harish, who's been tracking these developments in the Supreme Court. Harish, essentially what the court appears to be telling the state government of West Bengal is that the S.I.R mechanism has an inbuilt appeals procedure that should be availed of instead of approaching the court directly for relief. Take us through the back and forth that has now been witnessed in the Supreme Court between a bench led by the CJI and, of course, the responses coming in from the West Bengal government.
Yes, that's right, Siddharth. In fact, this pertains to the West Bengal S.I.R. And once again, senior advocates led by TMC MP Kalyan Banerjee and senior advocate Shyam Diwan told the Supreme Court that there has been massive exclusions from the West Bengal S.I.R. ranging from 58 lakh to 63 lakh. At this juncture, the Chief Justice is saying that we have already set up an apparatus comprising of judicial officers, and from their decision, there's always an appellate tribunal comprising of retired High Court judges and retired Chief Justices of state courts. And so once there is an apparatus, such an apparatus, you should not be raising this issue once again before us, because it's sub judice, it's contentious and also adjudicatory. And we are not the proper authority to decide on inclusions and exclusions. Of course, the Election Commission will say there is no exclusion, and at the same time, TMC and the government will say there is massive exclusions. So this matter is before the judicial officers we have entrusted from the states of West Bengal, Odisha and Jharkhand, and also from their decision there is an appellate authority we have set up. So therefore the Supreme Court declining to entertain the argument of the West Bengal government that there is massive exclusion to the tune of 58 lakh to 63 lakh from the West Bengal S.I.R. Another aspect which came to the fore during the hearing, Siddharth, is that post-poll violence 2021, an NGO, Sanatan Sanstha, saying that only 2.88%.
All right, Harish, we'll of course keep tracking the developments in the court. You've of course briefed us about what transpired, including what the Supreme Court has said about relying on inbuilt mechanisms within the S.I.R to hear appeals. We're taking a short break right now. We'll come back with a lot more lined up on the other side. Welcome back. News coming in from West Bengal over the special intensive revision exercise. The Trinamool Congress, which has of course been raising many red flags over the manner in which the S.I.R has been conducted in the state of West Bengal, has now decided to dispatch a second letter to the Chief Justice of the Calcutta High Court in connection with the S.I.R. Remember that there are parallel hearings that have now been taking place in the Supreme Court as well as far as the S.I.R is concerned. But we now have an instance of the Trinamool Congress deciding to also send a letter to the Chief Justice of the Calcutta High Court over concerns that they have with respect to the S.I.R process in the state of West Bengal. They've, of course, also been partaking in hearings when it comes to the Supreme Court as well, where they've decided to raise serious issues over the manner in which the S.I.R has been conducted. We have some more news coming in from West Bengal, which is that Mamata Banerjee has not for the first time accused the Election Commission of India of being involved in a grave conspiracy in cahoots with the BJP to manipulate electoral rolls in the state of West Bengal, alleging in a letter to the Chief Election Commissioner, Gyanesh Kumar, that the BJP agents are now submitting large numbers of Form 6 applications to include outsiders, quote unquote, as voters and also interfere with the democratic rights of the people of Bengal. She has now also claimed that thousands of such applications are being processed at the Chief Electoral Officer's office, while the Chief Electoral Officer, Manoj Agarwal, has said that the complaints are being taken seriously and that they will be investigated. even as the Bharatiya Janata Party has decided to dismiss all of these charges that are being leveled against them as well. Let's listen into these reactions.
This bulk submission of Form 6 applications is a systematic and planned attempt to loot the votes in Bengal, a systematic and planned attempt to destroy democracy in Bengal.
This letter clearly states that these are the appeals being submitted against exclusion from the electoral roll. And it also emphasizes that these are not Form 6.
हम तो SIR के खिलाफ हैं और हमारे रिट पिटीशन सुप्रीम कोर्ट में पेंडिंग है अभी और SIR ECI को कोई अख्तियार नहीं है सिटीजनशिप किसी का चेक करने का, वो काम मिनिस्ट्री होम अफेयर्स का है। वो तो एजुडिकेशन लिस्ट में बहुत से लोगों के नाम हैं, उसको जल्द से जल्द तय करना चाहिए। अभी तो चुनाव शुरू हुए, इलेक्शन शुरू हो चुका है, तो ये सब बहुत गलत हो रहा है, इसको सही करने की जरूरत है।